Hey guys, what's up? This is going to be a little bit different because I'm going to do two reviews. It'll be Suicide Squad number 9 and Resurrection Man number 9. Doing these together because they go together. It's a crossover event that you really, in my opinion, need to read both to know what's going on. First and foremost, if you're going to read them both, read Suicide Squad number 9 first. That's a point I'll probably get to later, but you really need to read this one first. This one's basically Suicide Squad hunting down Resurrection Man because it's what Amanda Waller wants him to do. And then, of course, finding out that he has powers that she didn't tell him about and all that stuff. The good in this book is that there's some really cool interactions between Deadshot and the rest of the team, and you really get a sense of how much Deadshot really hates Amanda Waller. Overall, though, not it's a cool issue, fun issue, but not a great issue. I will say a 7 out of 10. I liked it, but it's not the best Suicide Squad has been, but it is fun. So Suicide Squad number 9, 7 out of 10. Why I say you have to read that first is because Resurrection Man number 9 really picks off right where that one left off. They really go together, and this issue by itself is basically Resurrection Man turning into a new form and pretty much taking over Deadshot, trying to get Kim back, who Suicide Squad have taken with them, and long story, and it's a decent story. Resurrection Man number 9 by itself, I'm gonna say 7.5 out of 10. I enjoyed a little bit more. It has some of the same problems where it almost feels a little forced at times. Some of the dialogue's really off, but I still enjoyed it. But overall, as a crossover event, I really enjoyed it. I think together they're better than apart for sure. I'll say together the crossover about an 8 out of 10. But you have to really read both of them together, which is kind of a problem too, because after reading Resurrection Man number 8, which you probably need to read too to get what is going on here, if you just read Resurrection Man and you read 8 then 9, you will have almost no clue what's going on. You can guess, of course, and you'll have somewhat of an idea, but overall you won't have a great idea. What's cool at Resurrection Man, you see Amanda dealing with the body doubles and that whole side of that agency. So it's kind of cool seeing two different DC agencies come together who are both secretive and dark and no one knows too much about them. You see those two coming together and kind of having some internal fighting, which is pretty interesting. Like I said, really for this crossover, you need to read Resurrection Man 8, then Suicide Squad 9, then this Resurrection Man 9 to really get what's going on. And that's the only problem because if you don't read those, you may not know what's going on, which I think is a kind of a bad thing. And same thing with Suicide Squad. If you only read Suicide Squad number 8, this will be fun. You'll know what's going on, and it'll be fun adventure, but it's not as you won't know what's going on as much if you read Resurrection Man number 8. That's the only bad part about this little crossover that they did, because you pretty much have to read all of it to understand everything, or none of it, in my opinion. Because if you only read one issue here and one issue there, or if you just read Suicide Squad, it's you'll be okay. But if you just read Resurrection Man, I really feel you kind of get the short end of the staff, which kind of sucks because Resurrection Man has been really good. I'm still a Suicide Squad, but Resurrection Man has been really good, and the story it's been telling almost feels like it takes somewhat of a back seat to this. But overall, I did enjoy it. If you read both of them, tell me what you thought. So yeah, we'll give Suicide Squad number 9 7 out of 10. Resurrection Man number 9 7.5 out of 10, but the crossover, which these two plus Resurrection Man number 8, I'll say an 8 out of 10. So I will see you guys in another review.